Good morning. Welcome to the John Mendola Show here in WILK. Driven by McCarthy Tire and Automotive Centers. Of course, we appreciate your support each and every Saturday morning between 10 and 11 for joining us here, talking about local sports, high school football, high school basketball, softball, baseball, track and field, of course, getting to the college ranks as well. And, of course, you could join us every day online, thejohnmendolashow.com. Today's story coming up will be the Scranton baseball team as we get those stories up for you each and every day. And, of course, on Twitter, follow us at John Mendola Show. A lot to talk about this morning as we will welcome in the Hanover area softball team. They're coming up shortly, and we're going to talk about the Charlie D. Wysocki football camp. It is 1 week today. It's a free football camp. That'll be at Wyoming Seminary from 8 till 12 o'clock, so we hope you could join us next Saturday. A free football camp for 7th through 12th graders here in northeastern Pennsylvania. It's for a great cause. Bring some awareness to mental health. Well, we are going to talk Lakeland baseball, and we got the team in studio with us, 5 seniors with us, and Coach Larry Pacini is with us as well. And, Coach, welcome into the show.
Good morning, John.
Well, we appreciate you coming in with the guys, and let's talk about this season. Pretty successful so far.
Yeah, we've gotten off to a good start. We're 9-0 right now. Team's playing pretty well. Still looking to improve as we near the playoffs.
And, of course, having some seniors always helps, but you have some talented guys up and down through the different classes, juniors and sophomores. And of course, you want to get guys playing some good ball. Let's talk about some of the guys that are with us today. And, Coach, tell us a little bit about Brad Richards before we welcome him in today.
Well, Brad's the ace of this staff, and he's been for the last few years. Brad's pitched in a lot of big games, and he's our workhorse.
Well, let's welcome in Brad Richards here on the John Mendola Show from Lakeland. And, Brad, what kind of fun are you having right now with your team?
I'm having a lot of fun with the team. I think we're starting to play some better baseball. A lot of guys stepping up with some clutch hits. Just an all-around team effort this year, and that's what I like to see.
Now, let's talk about your pitching staff this year. That 100-pitch count, has that it doesn't seem like it's affected you guys since you're 9-0, but how about the thought process as a pitcher, just making sure you're kind of getting the ball where it belongs?
You really just put an emphasis on pounding the zone. I mean, I worked with Jake Hudorovich a lot this season, and he's really a good guy to have next to you to try to push you to get better.
How about your strikeouts? Last year, you had a nice year with striking out some batters. How you doing this year?
Not as good, and that's partially due to the pitch count, but also partially, making better pitches to have, people swing at. But, just trying to get outs.
Always helps to have a good defense behind you. Talk about your defense.
Oh, our defense is fantastic. We have a lot of experienced guys out there. Mike Romano makes great plays in the outfield. Dom Verastro and Nico Perino up the middle makes solid plays. Matt Hayes is always sure-handed, and especially Adam Retzbach behind the dish.
And as far as your future endeavors here, it's your senior year. What's next for you?
When I graduate, I'm going to go to Penn State Harrisburg. I'm planning on playing baseball down there and majoring in criminal justice.
I don't think you're the first guy from the area going to Penn State Harrisburg. I think there's a Pittston area guy going to Penn State Harrisburg, if I recall.
Yeah, Tyler Jackson's going there as well.
Yeah, very nice. Well, very good, and we wish you well, Brad. Continued success.
Thank you, John.
All right, let's get Coach Pacini back in here, and Coach Mike Romano is our next gentleman we're going to talk about. Tell us about his talents.
Starts off, Mike has tremendous speed. He's one of the best center fielders I've seen at the high school level. Covers a tremendous amount of ground out there, and his speed adds another dynamic to our offense.
All right, let's welcome in Mike Romano here on the show. And Mike, the fun that you're having, it sounds like Brad's having a good time. How about the camaraderie you guys have together on and off the field?
Oh, me and Brad get along great on and off the field. We just have a good relationship and enjoy the game to play together.
Take us through the outfield with the guys out there and guys playing well and the guys that could step in if they need to.
Yeah, we have a good outfield to set up. We have Christian Cissio in right field, and it's either Shane Nowitzki or Shane Mizak usually in left field, and they all get the job done no matter what.
Mike, you talk about some of the competition you play. Take us through the league and the teams that you enjoy going against.
Dunmore is always a good game to play against. They always have the energy up and dugout, on and off the field, and it's just always a good game to play.
And Mike, the future endeavors for yourself, what's next?
Yeah, I'll be going to Kutztown University in the fall to study business and marketing.
All right. Well, congratulations. Kutztown's a good choice as well.
Thank you.
All right, let's move along. We've got one more fella to talk to, another senior here from the Lakeland baseball team. But Larry Pacini will tell us about what Jordan Art brings to the team.
We rely on Jordan to do a lot of things for us. He hits in the middle of the order, plays third base. He also pitches, both as a starter and working out of the pen. So it's a lot of responsibility on him.
All right, as we welcome in Jordan Art, and again, a guy who could be on the mound. And Jordan, let's first talk about your mound duties. Talk about when Coach calls on you, whether it's in relief or if you get the start, what you do when you're out there.
Well, I just try to get the job done. Brad or Jake or even Dom, they try to get us as deep as they can, and I just got to come in the game and just pitch outs. If the defense is good enough behind us, you don't have to worry about trying to strike everyone out. Just let them put the ball in play.
How about your infield? Take us around the horn in that infield and tell us about some of the talented guys you have there.
Well, Dom and Nico are up the middle. The two of them together are fantastic. And then when I'm on the mound, you have Antonio Natale that comes in, playing a big role, playing third base as a freshman. Matt Hayes, always solid at first base.
Jordan, how about your skill set when you're in the lineup as far as hitting-wise? What do you try to do there in the lineup?
Just try to get the job done, moving people over, laying a bunt down if I have to. Just trying to pass the torch on to the next guy.
All right, came in with a big batting average from last year. My eyes strike me correctly. Looks like 389. Jordan, how about next year? What's up after graduation here?
I'm going to Hartford Community College to continue my baseball career and study business down there.
All right. Well, we wish you well in that. And, again, a lot of different colleges guys going to. Penn State Harrisburg, of course, Kutztown, and now Hartford Community College. So we wish you well, Jordan. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, continuing the conversation with the Lakeland baseball team here on the John Mendola Show. We still got a couple more guys we're going to get to. You can pick a copy of our baseball and softball magazine at Beston's Auto Body, and also Garth Estat State Farm. Any McCarthy Tire Service Centers located in Wilkes-Barre, Kingston, Scranton, and Hazleton. Arcaro and Janelle and Old Forge, Manuka Subaru. It's all we do. Ravello's Pizza, Pro Rehab, that location open in Dallas, plus all their other locations, and Danko's All-American Fitness, and Dr. France, located in Kingston. We come back here on the show, continue the conversation with Lakeland, also going to talk about the Cross Invitational Track and Field affair going on today. Of course, it is the Kentucky Derby today, so a little bit of horse racing in the air as well today. Let's head out now to our local State Farm insurance agent, Garth Estat. Break like a good neighbor. Garth Estat is there. We'll be back in WILK. A little bit of that overcast going on today here in northeastern Pennsylvania, but nonetheless, we're getting it underway. So hope you're enjoying it. 10:14 here at the John Mendola Show. We're going to continue that conversation with the Lakeland baseball team. Larry Pacini with us, and Larry, Christian Cissio is with us this morning. Tell us about what he brings to the table.
Christian, another guy like Mike, has great speed, covers a lot of ground in the outfield, takes away a lot of base hits. I'll put those two guys up against anybody defensively. And, Christian's been stepping up with the stick this year.
All right, great to hear. Let's welcome in Christian Cissio on the show. And, Christian, what's different this year about stepping up there at the plate and getting the job done?
In my opinion, I just got to get the ball down. Coaches told me to get the ball and play, and I'll reach base easily because I got the speed to get there,
Well, that's important. Of course, the lineup, take us through that offensive lineup for you. Other than you, who's hitting the ball well there at Lakeland?
Well, Nico's doing good leading off, and you got, Matt going up there just getting the ball in play. He hits bombs. Dom's up there too. Miz is doing pretty good as a sophomore, stepping up.
A lot of underclassmen here playing well at Lakeland. Talk about some of those underclassmen that you see. You mentioned a few of those guys that may be in that junior class, but how about some of the sophomores or guys that, can get on the field and, maybe they're a pinch runner or maybe they're stepping in for an at-bat or here or there?
Yeah, Colin Walsh, he's the pinch runner for Adam Retzback sometimes, and Retz is a sophomore too, and he's a really good catcher behind the plate. And Shane Mizak, he's a good left fielder. And, yeah, he can get the ball and play too.
Christian, how about the next step for you after graduation? What are your plans?
I'm attending Penn State Worthington. Then I'm going to do 2 years there, then go to Maine.
All right. Well, we wish you well, and keep that success going with the Lakeland baseball team this season.
All right, thank you.
All right, Coach Piccini, we have one more fellow to talk to before we get your assistant coach, Trevor Tellep, with us. Billy Lavelle is with us today. Tell us about what Billy brings to the table there at Lakeland.
Billy has appeared in the DH role a few times this year for us. He also plays second base. He's a very solid defender, great leader, brings a lot of toughness to this team.
Well, let's welcome in Billy Lavelle right now on the show. And Billy, talk about this group of seniors and being able to play baseball with them, and, of course, getting some of these younger guys going because there is that talented underclassman. So as a leader, what do you try to do to kind of say, hey, this is what we do in the program here as a Lakeland Chief?
I just usually try to lead by example. From the past, I've been taught how to play the game and how to play the game right, and I'd like to thank that to the prior teammates that I've had.
What's it like to play for Coach Piccini and the staff there at Lakeland? You guys have had your share of success over the years.
It's great. The coaching staff at Lakeland is probably the best staff I've been a part of. They are very special guys.
And as far as your future, what's up next for you, Billy?
I'll also be going to Penn State Worthington to study accounting.
All right, another Penn State Worthington guy. As far as what you're looking forward to, Billy, with this team, what do you think the next couple of weeks are going to bring? I think you got 3 games coming up in the next 6 days.
Hopefully just W's. That's what we like to see on the board. At the end of the day, that's what it comes down to, just getting wins.
All right, well, good luck, okay?
Thank you.
All right, let's get back to Coach Piccini here on the John Mendola Show, Lakeland Baseball. And, Coach, when you have 3 games in 6 days or so, anything change with your thought process with that? And the way the weather played out this year, things didn't get as crazy as maybe some people thought. Hey, we're going to have 4 and 5 games every week. But, still 3 games in 6 days is challenging. Yeah,
it's always a challenge when you have to play multiple games. But, we have the arms to get through those kind of situations.
Coach, tell us a little bit about your assistant coach who we're going to talk with next, Coach Tellep.
Coach Tellep, he's my right-hand man. He does a tremendous job for us, real knowledgeable of the game. He's great with the kids. We talk nonstop during baseball season. We're always planning, scheming, figuring out our next move. So he's a great guy to have.
All right, well, let's welcome in Trevor Tellep, the assistant coach at Lakeland. And, Coach Tellep, talk about the fun that you have being around these young men at Lakeland. Of course, it always feels a little better when you're having the success you guys have had.
Definitely, John. These guys are, fun to be around. They work hard. They straddle that line between business and, having fun. And, that's, I look forward to going practice and, talking with Coach Piccini and, getting through the week and, all the grind that we have to go through.
Of course, every year things change, and sometimes you have those 8 or 10 seniors that are really good, and then you got to restart. But you guys seem like you have that balance through the classes. Nice senior class, some solid juniors, really good talented sophomores, so that helps.
Oh, 100%. We stress that, we have 19 guys on the varsity roster, and it's going to take every, one of those guys to, get to where we want to get to. And, whether you're a freshman, senior, it doesn't matter. Every guy is, the same value. So, that's kind of what we stress. And we've been doing it for, the last 7 years, and it seems to be working.
Talking with Trevor Tellep, the assistant coach with the Lakeland baseball team. Trevor, how about as far as, game planning? As Coach Piccini maybe said, you guys talk a whole lot. We hear all the time in football, they're breaking down film. Basketball, they're videotaping and watching stuff. What do you guys do to try to get an edge or just to try to make sure you're prepared for that next opponent?
The amount of time that me and Larry spend, on the phone, chat, and, it's I can't even put a number on how many hours we spend. Even prior to the season, after the season, we're always talking about, how can we get better, who could help us going forward. And then, even game planning for a game, Brad does a great job. The pitchers do a great job. They'll, scout the guys that they're going to face, and we'll come up with a game plan on how we're going to pitch certain guys and, what we're going to do as far as, how we're going to attack their hitters. So, it's not just us. It's, the guys, the pitchers and, the offensive guys put in a lot of time and, work with that.
All right, let's get Coach Pacini back in here. Coach, as far as the 100-pitch count per se, how many innings is that on average, would you say, getting you through a starter? And where was it in the past? You might be able to get a guy to go the distance. Do you try to get 5 innings out of a guy now? Tell us a little bit about that dynamic, and it's another coaching element.
Well, we like to get at least 5 out of our starter, but really we haven't been running our pitch counts up too high, early in the season. We're getting to a position now where we'll start extending guys. So to be honest, the pitch count really hasn't been a big factor for us so far.
Well, good luck. Western Wayne tomorrow, right?
Yes.
Old Forge coming up, and then Carbondale area?
Yes, sir.
All right, be a busy week. The playoffs start on May 19th. You guys are 3A, and right now sitting at 9-0, so keep up the good work, Coach.
All right, John. Thanks a lot.
All right, the Lakeland Chiefs baseball team live in studio here. We'll switch things up. The Hanover area girls softball team will be in studio with us shortly. We'll also talk a little bit about the Charlie D. Wysocki football camp, which is upcoming, and we'll talk about the Cross Invitational track and field meet today at Solomon Plains. And again, a nice high school invitational going on today. You can pick up a copy of our baseball and softball magazine. You could do so at any McCarthy Tire Service locations. Want to thank all of our State Farm agents, Frank Sorokach in Tunkhannock, Jen Ricky Loophole in Dunmore, Jeremy Paczynski in Drums, Daryl Hubbard up in Mountaintop, Michael Griffin located in Dixon City, Garth Estat in Dixon City, Fred Forte located in Einan. You could pick up a copy as well at Lex Pharmacy in Nicholson. Want to thank our friends at Arcaro and Janelle in Old Forge, Holy Cross High School located in Dunmore, Andy Perugino's in Luzerne, Knockley Pharmacy in Hanover, Ellie's Pizza in Wilkes-Barre, the Overbrook Restaurant located in the Back Mountain, Corbett Insurance in Nanticoke and the Back Mountain, and Electric City Baseball and Softball Academy. We come back here on the show. We'll talk Hanover area softball. Let's head out now to our local State Farm insurance agent, Jen Ricky Loophole. Break like a good neighbor. Jen Ricky Loophole is there. We'll be back in WILK